Standing stormwater, which is nothing but rainwater, has accumulated on this state highway for decades, creating a threat to public safety. And I believe it's important for citizens, property owners, and residents to understand the history behind how this problem evolved. The road to Duck and beyond was originally a sand road. Stormwater infiltrated directly into the sand when it accumulated. Later, when it was paved, water flowed off the asphalt road and infiltrated into the adjacent sand. Then, when more streets and homes began to be built adjacent to the road, the amount of pervious sand surface began to be reduced. Without storm sewer systems and permitted discharges somewhere, it has become a major problem all over the developed areas of the Outer Banks, including Southern Shores.
We have about 8.5 acres of drainage area that flows down to this low point. Of that 8.5 acres, about almost 4 acres is impervious, and the water was all flowing to this location and pooling just south of the intersection where we didn't really have room for it to infiltrate. We were able to sculpt in 3 stepped infiltration basins on the north side of Dogwood Trail that captures that water as it comes down the road. We pull it off the road, put it in these infiltration basins, let it infiltrate as it comes down. So that's water that we're capturing uphill, putting back into the groundwater system upstream from our low point. We've put in drop inlets on both sides of Dogwood Trail. So we pull that water off of Dogwood Trail. We also pull the water that's coming down NC-12 into those drop inlets, and we pipe it across the street down to that low point where we have another drop inlet to collect the runoff coming from the south, and then that water goes over to the infiltration basin. The infiltration basin now is the low point. It's big, it has room for the water to spread out and infiltrate. The town partnered with NCDOT. They purchased a parcel that was available. We did a lot of work with the clearing and grading contractor ahead of time, meeting with them to try to save as many trees as possible. Really good, clean sands, and it's working like a champ. Before construction, we came down and we documented several different storms. A half-inch rainfall event was large enough to fill the intersection with water and to have the water almost halfway across the road down at the low point. During construction, but after the drainage infrastructure had gone in, we got a half-inch rainfall event. And we came out here immediately following the event to see what happened. And what we saw was no water ponded onto the road, the water flowing into the infiltration basin and infiltrating rapidly. It's plenty of capacity. We're going to be able to handle storms much larger than that.
Southern Shores is committed to environmental sensitive stormwater management. For that reason, any stormwater management techniques that are implemented here follow nationally recognized low-impact development standards. The goal of low-impact development standards is to get standing stormwater off an impervious street and channel it using the least intrusive but appropriate method to a natural infiltration area as quickly as possible, where it will naturally absorb into the ground and the underlying groundwater. That's what this project at North Carolina State Highway 12 and East Dogwood Trail intersection does.